Okay, so I just finished making the video, the general one for the whole channel, which talks about what you can expect from me as an author. What can you expect from me as a storyteller? Storyteller is probably the better word, because as you can see, I'm not just going to write the stories, I'm also going to sit here on my chair to tell you the stories as if I was, some sort of global storyteller for everyone to listen to. But I also want to make videos at the beginning of each series, each book, each season. I look at them as if they were interchangeable. Like when a book for me is also a season. If I'm gonna make for that series more than one book, if it's just one book, then that book is the whole series. So I'm gonna do one of these videos of what can you expect from this series without any spoiler, so that you know what you can expect from that before you go in. So for example, I might tell you, oh, it has a great ending, so you have no idea what the ending is gonna be. You can take my word because I already know it, so you can go in knowing that you're not gonna be disappointed at the end with a crappy ending. I already told you what to expect without spoilers, and one of the things I said was it has a great ending. So I'm gonna do that right now for the first series, which is Real Reality. That's the name of the series, Real Reality. I'm gonna tell you like right away, Real Reality is the series that I came up with to give you a series and a story and an experience that is much better than the Matrix movie #1. So I think I came up with a Matrix 4 story, and I did it like 2 years ago, that is even better than the first movie. I'm gonna put it here in the links, and you will be able, in the description, or I will post it there and you will be able to read it. But here's the thing, Real Reality, this original story, because now this is my original story, Real Reality series, is better than this Matrix 4 that I came up with before, that I thought that was better than the Matrix 1. So this is great news. So what can you expect from this? A great science fiction action thriller with great ideas for science fiction. When the battles in this story arise, guys and girls, I kid you not, this is gonna be as inspiring or more inspiring than the Dragon Ball stuff, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. It's they are emotional. They are not just about great battle, they're also emotional. Obviously there's a great plot in there, and they're great characters, very inspiring characters. This Real Reality series is more than one book, more than one season, but I'm only going to talk right now about what you can expect from the first one, from the first season, from the first book, which is named the Real Reality Project. So the series is Real Reality. The first season, first book is the Real Reality Project. Chapter 1, which I already wrote, very soon I will be able to share it, is named Fossils of the Homo sapiens. So we are fossils apparently when the story begins. So it's you can tell that it's going to begin in some interesting manner, even from the first chapter. So basically, if I had to make like an allegory without spoilers, this doesn't really spoil anything, anything essential, anything big, anything important. It doesn't spoil anything in the story. Like if you ask me, okay, give me like an allegory of what can I expect from this based on other series that we have already watched or played in games. So Real Reality, Season 1, Book 1, makes me feel like it's something like Mega Man X meets The Matrix, but it is even better. Like it's better than both of them. It's better than the X series. They are our robots, intelligent robots, by the way, in case you have never played the Mega Man X games. It's much, much better than Mega Man X series. There's like a part of me that wish and would have loved to see such a great story done in the X series, but it wasn't that way. I wasn't the guy coming up with the story for that, so the best thing that I can do is just share my story with the world. And I think it's better than the Matrix, honestly. We'll see. And things that I have planned for this series. Obviously, I want thought-provoking stuff, shocking stuff, like plot twists that really make people think. In a way, you can say that I'm gonna be making people think since the beginning, because in this series we have intelligent robots that are essentially like us. So it's and obviously there are going to be humans too in the series, but it's something that is pretty thought-provoking when it is done well, when it is done in a very interesting manner, even with epic battles and everything there. It's just so great. Other goals that I have for the series. I know the series has it because I already know the whole story from beginning to end, but obviously I have to sit down and write chapter by chapter, episode by episode, so it's a lot of work. I still have to create it. Like, I already came up with it, I already imagined it, I already know it, but then the creation process and the writing is a lot of work and a lot of time put into it. So there are three things that I want for this series. I want to create one legendary hero in this series. By the end of the series, maybe not necessarily just the first book, but by the end of the second book, by the end of the second book, season 2, if someone that experienced this real reality series from me gets the question, who is your favorite fictional hero of all time? I wanted to have a hard time not picking the guy that I planned for this series as that great hero. I wanted to have a hard time. So that's one. The second one, a legendary anti-hero. So as we already know, the anti-hero is kind of like in between. This guy isn't necessarily bad, he isn't completely good either. He might do bad things, he may also do good things. There are times when he may be a villain, but there are times when he may be one of the good guys. It's an anti-hero, basically. So I want to create a legendary anti-hero in this series through one of the characters that I already plan, and I already know what happens with this character. We'll see. So by the end of the series, if someone that knew my series gets the question asked, who is your favorite anti-hero of all time, or your top 10? This guy, I want this guy to be in that top 10. I want this person to have a little difficulty not picking this guy as one of the top 3. This is a challenge. I might not get it. I might not get it for everyone, but I will do my best. And the last one, number 3, a legendary villain. So I want to do a villain in this series that is so great that when people get asked the question, who is your favorite top 5 villains, this guy is gonna pop up there. If they read my series, if they know my series. So those are goals. You can expect that. You can expect there's gonna be one, for lack of better words, legendary hero in this series. There's going to be also one legendary anti-hero. There's going to be a villain that is for the ages. What else can I tell you? Without revealing anything at all, but still giving you the idea, I am shooting, not just in this series, in all my series I shoot for that, but in this series, which is the first one, I'm gonna do my best to write it in such a way that every episode is good, every chapter is good. So there's no chapter that leaves you like, oh, this was a filler, or oh, this was really boring. Like I want to do it in such a way that every episode, every chapter leaves you wanting to know more about what happens next. And as you go 1, 2, 3, with every new chapter you want more. You want more. You need to know what happens next, and you care about these characters more, and you care about knowing what's gonna happen next more. So that's what I'm going for, about the way it feels. Also, about the way it feels and the way it makes you feel, I shoot for realism. Obviously, there's a lot of science fiction there, but I'm gonna shoot for making it in such a way that even where you're dealing with characters that might feel like, oh, these guys, you know, like the intelligent robots, might not be real, I want to make you feel as if they are real. You know, like not right now. I want to make you feel, when you're reading this, you're gonna go like, holy cow. Like, you're gonna feel like, you know what? This could be real. I want people to feel like that. Even if at the end of the day, this is just something that came from my subconscious imagination, I want you to feel the realism. I want you to see it as realistic science fiction, not as fantasy. So I'm gonna work a lot with that. So that's something else that it has in common with the Mega Man X series. The Mega Man X series is a series where they have wars and battles and all that, but their society is intelligent robots that look like humans. You could say, oh man, there's no way that could be true. There's no way that could be something real right now. But regardless, when you play through that series, you end up seeing those characters as if they were like us in many ways, and you end up seeing it as if they could be real. So I'm gonna do exactly the same thing with mine. Hopefully I do better. I think I can do better dialogues, so it should feel more realistic than the Mega Man X series, and a lot better in the plot and the characters. Many more emotions. I will definitely play with your emotions with this series. There are gonna be really strong emotions here, and it makes it great. It makes it great. That's it. I think this is enough. Expect a great story. Like, it is the first one that I'm gonna share here. It is the first one of my original series that I can do, that I'm gonna go all out with and do it for real. So expect something great. It's the only thing I can promise. I cannot say anything else, because then I'm gonna enter into spoilers territory. So expect a great science fiction action thriller that is gonna make you think, that is really going to make your mind wander, and you're gonna love it. The emotions are gonna be there. You're gonna reach a point where you're gonna feel like these guys are just like us. We'll see. I hope that it can be, you know, I don't want to say a big hitter, because that sounds, you know, like a hit in boxing. It can be a revolutionary story even. It can be a really, you know, a new big thing in the science fiction genre. That's what I'm going for with real reality, and I hope that as I go with each new episode, each new chapter, it gets better and better and better. I know it can be done because I already know the whole story. So obviously I have to put in the hard work of writing the whole thing. I already know the entire thing, so that's amazing news. That's very good news. That already means that I can do it. I come up with the dialogues when I'm writing that chapter, but I already know all the events, all the characters, and everything that happens everywhere in the story, and the epic ending. I already know all of it, and I think this is gonna be, you know, it could be a legendary story. Why not? It definitely will be. I'm gonna shoot for that. So next, what's gonna be the next video? Next video is going to be the first chapter of season 1 in real reality. Season 1. When I say season, you can interchange it with book. To me, book 1 equals season 1. And if there's just one book in the story, then it is interchangeable with series. You know, like a TV series, basically. So next video is going to be the fossils of the Homo sapiens. Episode 1 or chapter 1 for season 1, book 1 in real reality. So I'm gonna share with you here the link to the post in the blog that has that first chapter. I have to create the wattpad.com account. I don't have any. I have to create a patreon.com account. So, you know, if any of you guys thinks I'm really doing something great for everyone, for humanity, for the human race, to help the human race to transcend, to go beyond what we are right now, you know, and you want to support me there with whatever you want to donate to me. I don't have the patreon.com account yet because, you know, I don't care that much about money, so I haven't done it yet. But I will do it and I will share it. I probably will have it by chapter 2. I'm probably not gonna worry so much about Patreon in chapter 1. I don't need to have it so early. I mean, you will know that this is the real deal by the time you have read a few chapters. So I don't need to have it in chapter 1. Chapter 1 is just the beginning. So I'm gonna share it in all those sites. I might begin sharing this in LinkedIn too. I think that would be a good idea. A lot of people are gonna think I'm crazy because this doesn't have anything to do with the, you know, with the job. But I mean, it's great. So professionals should read this story. They should find out about this experience too. It makes sense to me. If I didn't know this, I would want to find out about it and I would want to know it. But how am I gonna know it if no one shares it with me? So I have to share it there so people from there can share it with other people. You know, to know about it, it has to be shared. It's the only way. Let me think, what else can I say? So yeah, I have to create the accounts for those sites. I have to start writing chapter 2. I haven't written chapter 2 yet, but I already know the whole thing. And I have to make some time to come back here to my storyteller, global storyteller chair, humble chair. To do the video where I sit here and I will just tell you what happens in chapter 1, fossils of the Homo sapiens. That's a great name. If you know the name of the chapter or the first chapter is fossils of the Homo sapiens, and this is a science fiction action series that surpasses the Matrix 1. You know, it's gonna be some. It's gonna be epic. I was about to say mind-wrecking. No, it's not gonna be mind-wrecking. On the contrary, it's gonna be pretty stimulating for the mind. It's just gonna be interesting and epic and action-packed. Because it's what I like. That's what I like, so that's what I'm gonna share, and that's what I'm going to create and give the word through these social channels where I can share it, and through this YouTube channel, which is an all new stuff because I was sharing, you know, things from gaming, from my video gaming challenges. But I'm gonna leave all those videos here. You know, if you care about it, you can see how good I used to be in Beat Saber before and in other games. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that behind. The stories is what I have to do. It's that gift that was given to me, and I cannot let that gift go. I have to share it with all the people that were watching. So expect great things for real reality and for my real reality project, which is going to be it's going to be your experience too very soon, because to get the experience all you have to do is read it and know the story. I think it's gonna help when I say it here, but right now I still write and I still edit a lot better than what I can do impromptu videos here as a storyteller. So although I will do my best to also keep you engaged with when I sit here to tell the chapters one by one, do make sure that you read them, because I am still much better in writing and editing than even to create the great experience than what I am at sitting here saying it. But little by little I will work up and get my skill better so I can also be great as a storyteller on a humble chair in the internet. Okay, so that's gonna be it for what you can expect from real reality and from the guy who is behind the creation of the real reality project. Next video is going to be Fossils of the Homo sapiens, which is chapter 1, episode 1 from book or season 1 for the real reality series. You will enjoy it, you'll see.